All right, President Obama's weekly YouTube address sounded a little familiar this weekend. Listen.
These are the mom and pop stores and restaurants, beauty shops and construction companies that support families and sustain communities. They're the tiny startups with big ideas, hoping to become the next Google or Apple or HP. These small businesses are the mom and pop stores and restaurants, beauty shops and construction companies that support families and sustain communities. They're the small startups with big ideas, hoping to be the next Google or Apple or HP. Small businesses will be able to purchase health insurance through an insurance exchange, a marketplace where they can compare the price, quality, and services of a wide variety of plans. Small businesses will be able to purchase health insurance through an insurance exchange, a marketplace where they can compare the price, quality, and services of a wide variety of plans.
Do you see that? The president this weekend said almost identically the same stuff he said in July. So, Dana Perino,
it's one thing to read it, it's a whole other thing to hear it.
It is. So is the Obama administration running out of ideas when it comes to pushing health care? Dana, it sounds like they just did a cut and paste job. You know, you gave it in July, give it again in August, in October.
Yeah, no one will notice. They probably thought nobody would notice. And maybe they didn't even notice themselves. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep coming up with, if you're doing that many speeches and that many radio addresses, it's kind of hard to come up with new material. But it's much harder, believe me, in the 8th year of an administration to come up with unique radio addresses than it is after 8 months. So, I don't think they did the president a very good service there. Plus, because their messages haven't really changed on health care,
right,
their numbers haven't changed. They haven't improved in terms of the number of people who support the legislation. So with the radio address being such a gift, such a venue for presidents, they could probably mix it up a little bit more.
Well, they didn't, so that's what people are dealing with, and you were able to pick that out because you do go to the YouTube address. But when you look at health care, this is going to be a big month. They expect to get this health care proposal by Senator Max Baucus to the floor, and then we find out behind the scenes that the president working hard, twisting arms to get the public option on the table, despite what he heard in August at the town halls, where they were specifically, the people seem to be against that. Do you blame President Obama, or does this show a political numbness?
It's one of two things. Either the Democrats have just decided, let's just keep on going and don't look down around you. Just keep on going, forge ahead. And another thing that I thought about this weekend is I think as they try to get this bill out of committee this week, it'll be interesting to see what Olympia Snowe of Maine does. She's the Republican who has been not decisive yet as to how she's going to support or not support the bill. I'd be surprised if she votes for it out of committee, because I don't think she wants to say yes on the first date.
Yeah. Hey,
maybe wait till the floor vote.
Dana, before you go, going back to the YouTube address, which was pretty much identical this past week as it was in July. And it wasn't just the mom and pop thing. I mean, I've got some transcripts here that said the same thing about insurance reform, bargaining power, small business, insurance exchange as well. Had George W. Bush done this when he was president, recycled a speech from a couple of months earlier, do you think the press would have paid it any mind?
Well, I'm sure that someone on the left would have brought it up, and I'm sure that some in the media would have been more than happy to put it into their columns and to make fun of us and say that we were bankrupt, bereft of ideas, we didn't have anything left to say, and that we were really just mailing it in.
Do you think we're going to see any of those columns tomorrow?
No. But maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Probably not.
Well,
all right.
I'll be scanning, and then I'll alert you if I see any.
Thank you very much. Right. Dana Perino, scanning the news from our nation's capital.
All right.
Thanks, Dana.
And welcome to the week.
Bye.
Yeah.